if people are still watching this, I'm surprised you've watched this so long after I've bored you with all that BS. This is about the exhaust system. Here's my manifolds. They're not in bad shape. I just need to get all this rust and shit off of them. Probably resurface them, make sure they're 100% flat. I'll have to get a machinist to do that because I don't want to risk it with a grinder and a level and mess something up. I'm just going to leave the exhaust manifolds on here. I'm going to get my dermal tool and carbide bit and very carefully make this bigger around here. Make it bigger. That just looked wrong. Make all these holes in here bigger so that the exhaust flows more freely like headers. I'm gonna put new studs on here because this shit's really rusty. It's so rusty that the threads are just covered in rust. Like it looks almost like a big solid bolt. This camera zoom isn't very good, so I apologize for that. Advanced Auto sells these flange things, or flange. I can't pronounce that right. I mean, I know how to spell it and all that. I just can't pronounce certain things right. Where it's flared at the end over here, and this press fits up against that, and it's got a gasket in between there, and then it just bolts up on there. Well, I need to get that piece, and I need to get some exhaust pipe, and it needs to come down. I want it to go from here. The exhaust manifold, the output coupling ends right about there, and then I need to have a piece that goes down and then over, and then I want to put my muffler and either have it going out the back or out the sides. Out the sides would be cheaper because then I don't have to have about 10. I think I need about maybe 10 feet of exhaust line to do that with. Can somebody tell me what kind of transmission this is? It's either a C6 or a FMX. It looks like it's got an aluminum bell housing because it's corroded. That looks like aluminum. It could be cast iron and then be coated with something or just dirty. But the iron is made out of cast iron because you can see the rust on it, or steel, something like that. That's inside where the water neck goes. But that's all. The block is kind of rusty, so that means it's either iron or steel. The transmission isn't rusty at all. The pan on the transmission is, the transmission fluid pan. That's rusty, so I know that's steel or something like that. I'm pretty sure it's steel. And the bolts are rusty, but the transmission bell housing and the rest of it's not rusty at all. And the drive shaft's rusty, so I think that's aluminum. There's my ballast resistor. Didn't have one before, so I put an MSD 0.8 ohm ballast resistor in. As long as it's 0.8 ohm to 2 ohms, you're alright. But if you have a 0.8 ohm, then you'll have a higher spark voltage, so your spark plugs don't foul as easily.